welcome back to Just Jackin' Around, episode 5, I'm Still Alive. Yes, that's right. In honor of Black History Month, this episode is coming out fashionably late. I'm just kidding. But no, I am still here. I'm still making this thing. I just moved to Chicago, got a new job. A lot has happened, actually. I did some stand-up, and I was, doing family stuff over Christmas. My sister moved, then I moved. Then New Year's stuff. Just been real busy. I've been doing stand-up. I haven't just been completely neglecting my artistic pursuits. That's pretty cool. Love my karaoke nights too. I recently watched The Bear, which before I just thought it was about a big hairy gay buff guy, but now I know. It's really good, very Chicago, and I'm here, they're here. Maybe we'll run into each other. I hear the Bears needed at least one win, so at least the show's good. I'm here now. It's cool. Been doing stand-up. I can burn some material from last year. 2023 was rough, Blink-182 was right. Everybody hates you when you're 23. And I had a rough go of it. It started out, the age of 23 started out rough. January, February, I was here. It was fun. I was working. Then I partied really hard when my sister got here. That was fun. Pleasant memories. Then March happened. I did stand up for the first time in Chicago, high on LSD allegedly, and I sucked because I was at a music open mic in some Irish bar. There was 8 people there. I have not bombed that bad since. It was rough, and then I lost my phone after, and then in a week, the first phone call I got on my new phone was, "Hi, sir, you tested positive for chlamydia," which everyone loves to hear that, which, at the time, I was making fun of it. I was like, that's pretty much practice STI, baby first STD. That's the easy bake oven of sexual transmitted diseases. PG-13 AIDS, you get it from kissing, but later that year, I found out you can get oral gonorrhea through kissing, too, and, the CDC doesn't tell you that, but couple of Google searches say otherwise, and I can speak from experience. I don't need an audience to get the clap. So 2023 STI sandwich of a year for me. STD sandwich, I don't know if it's STD or STI now. It's infection versus disease. Both sound bad, both aren't fantastic, but honestly, if you're gonna get one, which is apparently normal and definitely a byproduct of being a whore, I was batting 100 literally for a while, so I got lucky, getting lucky, and then I got unlucky. Dickerous, fuck too close to the sun, you know what I mean? So that's just, that's how it goes sometimes. But it was a lot of fun, so I can't completely knock it. But anyway, I get chlamydia in March. And I lost my phone, which I haven't backed up since sophomore year of college, because clearly I'm responsible. And I have to go and reverse engineer ladies' numbers through Tinder and Bumble, and this one girl deleted her number. She's Russian. I write her a letter because I know where she lives, drop it off. So I'm "Dearest Anastasia, it's been too long since we've last touched. I hope you're well." I was, writing her in the war. And then I was "Speaking of being too long since we last touched, you might want to get chest out. Don Svidanya." The person is not a person sneezing. The thing sneezing in the back is Satan. It's just Satan. Casual. Little Satan. She'll come out. Well, she'll say hi at some point. But I'm watching a cat that came with this cozy little apartment only for, 3 more days now. So just long enough to get emotionally attached and then have her go away forever. I was never a cat guy growing up. Big fan of pussy, never a cat guy. Because my mom's allergic. So this is actually hilarious. Bless you, girly. She's looking at me. Anyways, so I left her a letter. So I did something that people probably haven't done for 60 years. And that was fun. That was a fun time. I need to stop saying I'm sorry, guys. Any dear listeners who are just listening, my bad. There we go again. I'm working on the theme song still, guys. I want to have it be a little fun, a little camp. Love a little camp, if you couldn't tell. Dressed up, all slutty, sexy for you guys. Motherfucker. Shouldn't I just curse? Shouldn't I just curse instead? Also, I hope my lisp is gone from my childhood of being bullied about having too big a tongue. Pays off later in life, fellas, let me tell you. This might be a little too horny for the opener, but I am alone for this one, so that's another thing I've been up to. Another reason this hasn't been my top priority, because I'm slutty. What are you gonna do? Daddy issues, boys. I'm not burning through those jokes. I got like at least 5 to 8 minutes on dead dad jokes. They're pretty good. 2023 jokes, I will burn though. I had a wild year. I went to San Diego. Jumped, that was like after the chlamydia stuff. April was cool. Got mad high. Classic. And then I was working at this place called The Dugout, which is right next to Wrigley Field. I will talk shit about it. Fuck it. It was on Bar Rescue. Not rescued. I'll tell you what. It was fun. It was fun, and I wasn't there for the season, which is even more fun. Fun spot, I will say. Just from, I guess business-wise shouldn't talk shit, but I definitely have said worse for my reputation on here anyways, so fuck it. It's a divey little joint. What are you gonna do? Go Cubs, go. Yeah, I hope our generation, my generation, likes baseball more in the future, because it is a fun little sport, you know, like not little. And it's shorter now, like there's more pitcher clocks and stuff like that. It used to be blackout drunk by the 7th inning. Here, this is a big drinking city. I am liking liquor even more. Yeah, clearly I've been so responsible lately, guys. Obviously, that's the theme is Jack's taking care of himself. I'm just jacking around, okay? I'm just having fun. I went to San Diego. I leapt into the sea naked. It was 60 degrees. It was warmer in Chicago than it was in San Diego, which was funny because I packed for like, California must be so warm. And I like 60 degrees. I still got in the water, but it was just me and surfers, and dolphins actually like those days because there's less people, and I swam with dolphins with my cock and balls out. So how do you like them apples? Huh? I didn't even know I was doing it. It was fun. San Diego's a lovely town. I went there in spring, which is the gayest season. You know, florals, Bermuda shorts, brunch, big in spring, all kind of gay. So like, you know, it's kind of crazy to me that Black History Month is in winter, especially February, because like of all my black friends, which I know I don't look like I'm covered in them, you know, because I look like every time I go to a party, it's just countdown till I find an acoustic guitar. Mine's right over there, short notice. Beep, beep. Keyboard time. But yeah, none of them love the winter. I've never been like chilling with a homie and he's like, oh man, love snow, love gray skies, big fan. I like a real winter. I wanted the lake to freeze, but this has been pretty mellow. There was a week where it got super cold. It was like -10. My hair was frozen instantly, smoking, my spit froze like on the blunt. So pretty natural filter, you know what I mean? I was living in a place, not this place, it was much bougier. It was very like Target mom, everything was white, hated. There was a loft, not bad. The ladder sucked when you had to pee in the middle of the night or you were drunk. I definitely slept downstairs a few times, but it was like a giant window all on one side. There's ice like an inch thick on it that week, and I had a balcony where I could go smoke and not have to go all the way outside, which love the balcony, slay balcony. Frozen shut for like 2 weeks straight, so I just, you know, would get bundled up and go out and smoke, but way less convenient. I like my new spot. I still have to go outside to smoke, but worth it. Short, like right by the train stop. Love it. Cozy, cute, have a vine. This fucking cat, I am excited for her to not eat my plants. But she is so cute and I love her. And I want her to come say hi. She will, at some point. Then summer happened. I went and worked at a lake in northern Indiana, which was cool. Shout out to the lake. Shout out to lake life. Little Midwestern tip. You guys probably don't know. I certainly didn't. I was broke as hell, but having a friend with a lake house or a boat, getting drunk on water, pirate core as hell, filled a part of my soul in a real way. But it also was not the best for me. It was fun. I just be having mischievous fun in the summertime and lately. And it was probably my last summer doing that for a long time. Got to see my sister more, worked with her. That was fun. And we had, my boy Garrett, worked with him too from our earlier EPs. Shout out, worked with his sister also. So we were kind of like work family. It was fun. It was cool. But I just was dumb also, and I regret being dumb. But I don't regret spending my time having a fun time. I just a couple of nights, got rid of those. Completely different story. Although there's other stuff outside of that was ooh, really? Houses burning down, grandparent stuff. It was rough. Yeah. Summer and then fall. I tried to move here, but I kind of didn't. But I got started on the podcast, so I'm not a complete bum. And, you guys know what happened. Thanksgiving was fun. I was a little messy. Little Lionel Messi. And Christmas came around, less messy than Thanksgiving. Good on me. I was poor as hell, so I didn't buy people shit, which was a dick move. And I got some fun socks. These ones have the Mona Lisa on them. Damn it, there's those for schluggity ums again. Yeah, then the year ended. 2023 is over. 2024. I'm getting almost to being 24. So, scary. Feel old. Feel very... I know I'm not old, but I look old and people constantly think that I'm old because I've suffered and am a pasty bastard and have facial hair. So, 24, if every year of my life was an hour, that's going to be a weird bunch of hours. 23, not my finest hour, I'll tell you what, but better than 1 p.m. Middle school sucked. I love Chicago. It is beautiful here. There's weird, artsy culture. There's a lot of culture here. Way more culture than I've ever had. Amazing food. Windy city, city of broad shoulders, baby. I'll put a broad on my shoulders any day, I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's just beautiful here, and it's still the Midwest. People are still kind. There's still kind souls out there. Yeah, there's violence and crime in a big city, but fucking I've been somewhat lucky. I'm very lucky, I will say. Actually, I'm grateful for my luck. I've been blackout drunk in this town too many fucking times. It's a mess, but it's fun, and I'm hoping that's not all I'm gonna be, is a fun mess. I'm at least trying to be a hot mess, know what I mean? I want to get my shit together a little bit. I am gonna be, filming a music video. Plug that right now, and I'll drop deets on that later. If you want to see your boy's camera work, obviously, filmed on iPhone podcast, it's not showing that off. Obviously, my set design needs a little work, but once this cat leaves, there's a cat tower over here. I'm going to reorganize. I'm going to have at least a beautiful little backdrop for me. Maybe I'll move my bookshelf over here. You can see into my little... I don't know if you guys, fellas and ladies, really, people judge you by your books. People judge you by your bookshelf. Have at least a couple of classics in there, even if you haven't read them. I've personally read all mine at least once, but some of those were 12 years ago. So, big fan of books. I gotta heal my inner child. I was such a nerdy little bookworm growing up. Some of my earliest memories are reading books about dinosaurs in my grandpa's lap. And I was reading before I was in school, which helped me a lot, but it did make me a little strange, a little weird, a weird nerd, which was, and I had other shit going on that I had to mask up and overcome, which is been very useful and shaped me into who I am. But I do miss reading and not being a dumbass. I've definitely been on the himbo train. The stoner himbo train is, whistling loud. And I'm hearing him say all aboard, and I can't help but buy my ticket. You know what I mean? I've been writing more, singing more, need to smoke less, but I am going to take a smoke break in the middle of this probably while an ad plays. An ad that I will write and have it be hopefully goofy and silly. Tee-hee-hee. That's what this podcast is for. It's still all about that. 2024 is an election year. I will joke about that a little bit. I don't want to talk politics, but I'm saying both these sides suck. It fucking sucks that it's a two-party system. Why not change? Why can't we change that? Let's get an amendment going. Is anyone happy? If we're all mad and upset at the situation, personally, I think we should be able to just spook candidates over 70 for any position. I don't care if you're mayor or what. You should at least be able to take a spooking. I don't want to vote. You shouldn't be a leader if you are going to get scared and then, if you shit your pants or have a heart attack, you're out of the running. Sorry, buddy. Better luck next year. You know what I mean? Because I think we should be able to, wear a spooky mask, hide around a corner. Secret Service shouldn't step in. They should be like, that's fair. Don't assassinate him. If you die from getting spooked, you shouldn't be the president. So that's a statement I'm making. I think the real aliens I'm worried about, the illegal immigrants that we should give a fuck about, these Canada geese, all right? And you'll believe me more in the springtime when this is more pertinent, but bastards, okay? Mean as hell, shit everywhere, leave like it's no problem, you know what I mean? At least my dad didn't shit everywhere. I think they're serpent-necked bastard birds, the worst dinosaurs, thumbs down. Imagine if sauropods acted like geese. Wouldn't that suck with their little long necks, but they're just get away from my kids. But I'm also 100 feet tall and 100 tons. Terrifying, if I'm being honest. I hope they would not move that fast or be that mean. I hope they would be like, what's up, dude? I need to eat 80% of the day to maintain my size. Speaking of dinosaurs, bartended at the Field Museum. That was cool. Underneath Maximo, the Titanosaur, and they got a Spinosaurus in there. Shout out to my girl Sue. Love dinosaurs, guys. Love museums. Chicago has so many cool museums. Went to the Museum of Torture. The Spanish were heinous, bro, for real. English, the Middle Eastern, there's just so much torture in the world. The one that sticks with me a lot is this guy did such a good job on a castle. This is how fucking twisted bastard rich people are sometimes, and I noticed I didn't say then. Built this guy a castle, so beautiful, and he said, I never want you to make anything this beautiful again, and he burned out his eyes. And the narrator to this place, there's a guided audio tour, he was way too into it, but that made it better, so he's like, the burning pus from the man's eyes boiled and burst and filled the room with the smell of burning flesh. He could have done some Goosebumps, you know what I mean? Which, shout out to Goosebumps. R.L. Stein's a G. Anyone who can't read, Goosebumps, cool place to start. But you will have weird fears. I think toe sucker is why I hate feet, but it might also have to do with the Flapjack episode where that old lady was like, kiss my toe, and then Captain Knuckles did it, and then she was like, that's not my toe, and then a fucking serpent of a toe with a fucking full ass mouth with teeth came out. That shit was fucked up. Courage was fucked up, but Courage also was campy and well, not like Flapjack's not campy, but they went weird more than they went dark, and Flapjack went dark and it was simply weird. Speaking of weird but fun, wacky, Chowder, shout out to Chowder. I miss cartoons, guys. The death of cartoons is sad. 3D animation is fine, 2D shit is just more vibrant. I like Spider-Verse, I think is a nice in the middle style. I love that animation style, and I think it does have the fantastical nature of 2D still, which I like. Cartoonish things can't always have, like, you can't pull something so simply out of frame. I don't know, it just feels different. Like Looney Tunes in 3D, I don't like. Looney Tunes in 2D, that's what's up. Big fan. I don't know why. I can't really describe it. Maybe it's the details. Maybe I like more abstract things. Who knows? Cartoonish powers, though, would be so funny. Like just Bugs Bunny powers where like whatever's the funniest thing you can get to do, you never die. You guys ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Shout out. That's like, wow, a good cartoon real life. There's other ones too. Brad Pitt was in one with this really hot blonde cartoon. Definitely, and we're already on crazy. The shows we watched as kids had super insane sexual impacts on us. I me, loved a goth girl, Shigo. Shout out to the bisexual awakening on both sides of Kim Possible for the youth. Love that. Mosby and Ned's Declassified. I think that was her name. Big, tall, strong girl. I've had so many crushes on lesbians, guys. It's rough. It's rough out there. Love softball player, love a lacrosse player. What are you gonna do? Yeah. There's some bits I don't want to burn for my stand-up on here, and I do have a bit on furries that I want to save because it's a real story, but we don't stand. You guys like that noise? I don't know how it sounds on the mic. If it's not too annoying, it's going to the theme song somewhere, or it's going to be a dumb, like, whap, whap, whap. Also, maybe I am tooting my own horn or lying or being a hypocrite or whatever, but I've been saying, I don't even say womp womp, I say womp womp because phonetically that makes more sense to me. But sad horn, I can't even claim to have invented it, but I was doing it and now it's popular right now, like on Twitter or whatever, and people have been stealing it from me, or they use it after I use it in their presence. But it's not like I came up with the horn or sadness, so I guess I'm just complaining to you, audience, 40 people maybe. We'll see how this does. I do love you guys though, so I'm just gonna try not to bitch and moan so much. We are just jacking around. We are just joshing, guys. But TikTok songs, just making ticket prices for bands I'm in on skyrocket for 100 million plays on this one song, and all their other songs are like 10,000. I'm like, love a band name, love a pun band name. Shout out to like Rit Momney. Just even something as simple as that. There's so many good band names out there. That will probably be a segment in our future. I want to have some guests on what are some good band names, but they're just, I can't think of that many right now. So clearly I'm very well informed in the music community. I have about 8,000 songs on my Spotify playlist, and it's just like songs. That's the playlist because I'm too lazy, but I really want to be the kind of guy that curates playlists, and I'm to set the vibe and set the mood, and I could, but it would take like a day or two, and I'm sounding so lazy when I say it out loud. So maybe in the future I'll have a Spotify playlist. Obviously I have a Spotify playlist for this podcast available on Spotify and YouTube, but I want to release music and stuff like that too. I'm trying to be a literal jack of all trades, guys. I am just jacking around. But speaking of just jacking around, how about a break and a word from our sponsors?
This episode of Just Jacking Around is brought to you by surviving. Sometimes just getting by is just enough. Tomorrow always comes. It's just a matter of time. Just keep breathing, all right? I will survive. You can say that. You can't sing it or you get sued. Fun fact. This episode is brought to you by spontaneity. The spirit of now, baby. The present is a gift. What can I say? It's that ever out of your grasp thing procrastinators are just dying to reach. Spontaneity. This episode of Just Jacking Around is brought to you by loneliness. that ever-present, dull and cold ache that becomes sharper as you descend deeper into your own sorrow. Hey, other people aren't that bad, huh? That sucks. Why not keep it light? Keep connected with me. We'll go back to doing just that and keep on just jacking around.
What's up, guys? This episode also brought to you by making biscuits on my leg. Satan, the cat, not the devil, although I still worship her. Hi, sweetie baby. She is actually so sweet. Again, just keeping her for a little bit. Her owner eloped, not even eloped, just got married very quickly and then moved to Glasgow. So now I'm gonna have another reason to visit, and a place to stay, and a cat to hang out with. She'd be sleeping on my chest, guys. Kitties are so cute. Also, the AFAB urge to pick up cats, medically documentable. It's insane. If you put a woman in a room with a cat, hold on, let me get some purring audio. And what more do you have to say on that? Very good, very good. They be picking up cats, guys. They really do. Bless you. Isn't it ironic I'm blessing Satan right now, guys? They pick them up every time. The cat can be like, meow. Not like it. They're picking that cat up. They love it. They love to do it. It's so real, and women be stealing, they be picking up cats. Fact, things I learned through watching that I should have always known. That things women have taught me. I do love her. She's a very sweet cutie. And I don't know how lonely I'm gonna feel when she's gone, because I'm already not doing the best at that. I'm in a studio now, living alone, truly for the first time, like truly alone. I've but most of the time I've had roommates, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and I just want to be able to be alone, and because I'm not good at it. I'm very bad at it, as a matter of fact. As soon as people gave me attention, I was like, whew, let's keep that shit going. What? Yes, I'll throw my life away to hang out with other people. Absolutely. That sounds amazing to me, and so I did that. Ow. Cats be showing their assholes a lot. I do love cats, though. I've been living with a lot of not my cats in Chicago, so if you guys see me with a cat, just know I broke down. One woman too many was like, you should totally get a cat, and I was like, ooh, you're right. But I need to keep plants alive and myself alive first, I think. And I travel, and I don't want to not handle responsibility well. Like, that's like the same reason I don't want to be a parent right now. I just want to live my life and not have to come home every night to take care of things that are mine. Like, if I need to just be away for a little and I don't have anyone to ask, that's the whole point of being alone, is to not to feel bad about that. But if I had a roommate, they could watch my cat. So I don't know, if you see me with a little tiny black cat in the future, know it's because of Chanel, who's not Satan, but she was a cutie little baby, so sweet, so nice, and I miss her. I am getting a little paranoid that this isn't recording, so I'm gonna check real quick. I'm gonna add little music. Just give me a second. Hell yeah. Hope you guys like that close up of my tits. I'm leaving it in. Yes, Satan, I will pet you the rest of this. I wanted you guys to see her. She is so cute. And she's only going to be here till the end of the week. I think I'd be a good cat dad. Boys who like cats is this very specific. I do also love dogs, obviously. I watch dogs for some work. I just overnighted with these two cuties, a little golden doodle and a pit bull. Love them both. The pit bull thought he was a lap dog, but he's so sweetie cutie. The other one was a puppy, so very full of energy. Love playing fetch, though, and I will tucker you out all day, buddy. Here's another bit I'm working on. Do you guys think that people's jobs affect their sexual proclivities? You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching Dogs and learning it from the pros. Pretty good. She's a monster. I used to work construction, you know, and I'll tell you, I like to get dirty, guys. I literally was laying pipe in holes all damn day. You know, they call me the jackhammer. You know what I mean? Speaking of holes in the ground, have you guys seen about these Jewish tunnels lately under New York? You know, for a bunch of Orthodox guys, a little bit unorthodox, if you ask me. But hey, I've been trying to get into Jewish tunnels for years. Am I right? Shalom, ladies. I'm just a goy trying to have a good time. I'm excited for mole people, honestly. And if it's gonna be anyone cutting away on that, shouldn't it be? I'm just kidding. I don't want to be canceled. I will not say my. The Israel-Palestine situation is complicated. Everyone can agree on that. I think also personally, couldn't be hurt if we played "Where's the Love" by the Black Eyed Peas at full volume over there, guys. I mean, what do you say? Can't hurt, you know? We're spending billions. We could get a subsystem. Where has the love gone? One world. We could translate it even. I don't care. That'd be amazing, actually, if the Black Eyed Peas was, like, sung throatily. Big fan. I'm gonna pump the brakes on that bit. Bunch of new cool movies came out this year. The awards ceremonies were pretty recent. Barbie got slammed. Not very particularly girl boss of them, you know, to not nominate Greta Gerwig and our main actress, who is so cute. Just like Satan, that was adorable. Oh. I don't know if you guys can even see her right now. She might be out of frame. But kind of nuts. But I'll also say, Ryan Gosling. Oh, what a man. What a mensch. Beautiful abs, beautiful tits and Rick. And what's the pipes on this kid? I'm just Ken. But Margot Robbie should have gotten a nom, at least. That's fucking crazy. I think it definitely should have gone to Lily Gladstone anyway, but like, Barbie was a comedy. Billie Eilish slayed in that. I'm gonna stop talking about Barbie. This was supposed to be a different bit. Obviously Barbie has their merchandise sorted out, you know what I mean? It's based on a toy, easy peasy. But I think other movies like that should also sell merch. Obviously Oppenheimer can't exactly give you an atomic bomb, but I think Saltburn should remake the gang Hungry Hippos with Hungry Hobos, and they can even keep the balls white still. You just make it a bathtub, fill it with water, and you have your Hungry Hippos just getting at it. I think that would be fun. There's a lot of good TV and shows out. The strike's over. I'm trying to be a part of their world, so hopefully this doesn't get too popular or make me unhireable. But I'm trying to make more skits and stuff too. I have stuff planned. I have more actor friends I'm meeting and more camera folks I'm meeting as well. So expect more from me. This channel will not just be the podcast, and it will also get less made like someone fresh out of college, which I am. Although it's gonna be like 2 years since I graduated come May 2024, which is gonna make me feel so old and like I'm not doing enough with my life, and I feel like that just keeps going until you do something with your life. So I'm not waiting until tomorrow to live for today. You know what I mean? Cliche as it sounds. I have a date later, so I'm keeping an eye on the clock, you know, and I'm gonna stay dressed, not even just like this. I'm turning the fans back on because I don't have to keep them off for audio. I get so hot. This apartment has a radiator, and the heat that it was in, I looked at it when it was -10 outside, definitely a factor. Also, I didn't know your hair can just freeze outside and snap off like a fucking icicle. Nobody told me that. I have only recently like had long hair. I grew up, it was always like short because my dad would cut it, and then after he died, I grew it out. Nice. But yeah, I can just snap off like a fucking icicle. Like, and I've had, you know, a frost in my, like, I've looked like Jack Frost, icicles in my beard, my eyes are, you know, you gotta blink to not keep it from freezing, but like, I didn't know your hair was so fragile, and I like fucked with it too. It was, crazy feeling, and it was instantaneous. People in Minnesota, I respect you so much. Okay, people in Wisconsin, let's get a drink. You know what I mean? Join my hearty DUI squad up there if I ever get another one. Which in Chicago, hoping to avoid. I'm just not driving, if I'm being honest. Biking drunk, they're not giving you a DUI. Although I have taken a spill and shattered the fuck out of my phone. Which is why I dropped my phone, and that's why I like parked all of a sudden, or not parked, braked really hard, and then my ass end just full cleared over my head. So really dumb. Slow down slowly when you guys are stopping on a bike or in a car, especially in the rain. Driver safety tips should not be given by a guy who's not driving right now. But I'll tell you, as a passenger princess, phew, there's a lot of motherfuckers in this city that cannot drive. Chicago driving, terrifying. Don't love it. LA traffic's worse, I would say. But I also have not really been in LA traffic, and the gridlock in Chicago sucks dick. Back when I was driving, like, back to the city every week, which was really taxing, working, like, in June, because I was paying 2 apartments, so I'm gonna be staying in Chicago sometimes. Seeing people having parties, having too much fun, as was my theme of 2023. I'll be 25 next year. Time is terrifying. Aging is terrifying. I need to get a better skincare routine. I'm trying to take care of my facial hair. I just trimmed up for you guys. Trying to take great care of my actual hair, which I love, but every dude in my family's fucking bald. So scared. Hims. I'll be your man. If anyone can save me from baldness, I will sell my soul. Heartbeat. The money is not the main part. It's keeping my hair. If any niacin dealers out there, any argan oil people, coconut oil, anyone who actually helps me keep my hair, I will whore myself out for you. I've done more for less. February is a hard month to be a slut. I'm like literally trying to plan Valentine's Day to be alone. Probably gonna cave and not do that. But this will actually probably come out right around Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, all you couples out there. I've been single for a while, ready to mingle, you know what I mean? People are so fascinating. I'm like on the poly pan, like just give me attention, we'll figure it out kind of level of sexuality. Although I was more gay in college, I will say. But I was also hanging out with more theater people, so we'll just see how that goes. Yeah, pretty much if you're funny, like it's weird, it's like sometimes been question marky how much I am turned on by people that are funny. Like a pun is gonna be hotter to me than like a she's my cherry pie type scene, like coming out of the pool. Not gonna be as hot as a pun or you laughing at my pun, honestly. That's like an obvious ego thing, but like just straight up a good joke, I'll suck your dick right now, dude. Got hard to like Louis C.K. when I was younger. I was like, that guy's not sexy, but why am I laughing so hard I pop a boner? Some wires are crossed, boys. I need to go back to therapy. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Love Galentine's Day parties. We need some bro Valentine's Day parties where we just, I guess that's what the Super Bowl is for, though. Shout out to the Chiefs, for real dynasty. I prefer them to the Patriots, if I'm gonna be honest. Middle America needs it more than fucking Boston did. Or even, it's not even just Boston, it's like Rhode Island and all those East Coaster small fucking states. They're so small. Like, we could have kept that going a little bit out west. We definitely got lazy. The square-shaped states, you guys are so lazy for that. Four corners, we just like squares that fucking much. Like, why don't we just throw a pineapple-shaped fucking state out there? Triangle, pyramid. Shout out to third episode. I think in the future they should actually, or I don't know if there's gonna be a revolution, guys. I am feeling my middle school anarchist phase calling my fucking name right now. I'll tell you what. And, natural boundaries, obviously. I think it just should be more based on, like, this amount of people has this amount of power, and this access to this amount of resources. Like, I was just reading about water resource use in California, and like, for real, there's some feudal system shit with old families that have been there for a while that can pay $20 for thousands of gallons of water. They use like foot acres out there, which is how much water it takes to get a foot of water above a whole acre, because there's a lot of people use flood irrigation. Colorado River needs saving, boys. I'm gonna not dive too far into this, but the environment is like the only thing I fucking care about, and I don't think either of the candidates give a shit enough about it. I mean, Trump literally got rid of the EPA. Like, I don't, and like, if you make a new one, that's fine, but the environment needs to be protected. We're fucking this shit up bad. Like, I don't know, man. Dust Bowl ain't gonna have shit on what we got going on in the future, but all this rain in California, super bloom and stuff like that, pretty cool. So maybe we can fucking figure this out, huh? Quit taking so much from the Colorado River, catch a little rainwater. Don't try to own it, Nestle. This is such a corporate hellscape. That's why I need a show like Just Jackin' Around to keep it light, to keep it silly. When I'm alone, I need to maybe take a couple more smoke breaks and be sillier. And we'll have more of that in the future. I'm glad we got to see Satan. I'm gonna miss Satan. I think it's so funny that she's named that. I didn't name that. She's also very nice. She's very sweetie. She likes to give kisses and eat my plants. So, mixed feelings. But I'm not excited to be alone. Excited to redecorate. I have some kitty ceiling lights, but I have some cutie little lamps, Try to be on the warm light vibes in here. Gonna have some ladies, some lasses come over and help me decorate. I will close soon, but I want to shout out Black History Month. Way to go, Black people. Way to make fucking awesome shit. Love, I'm a big jazz guy. I've been listening to it lately. A little Miles Davis, a little Thelonious Monk. I do love Chet Baker, but he's not a black guy. Jazz is super cool. Shout out to hip hop. Also cool. Saw Kendrick last year at Lollapalooza. My friends love to roast me for going to Lala, but I'm in Chicago. And also, when I was a kid, I never went to concerts for dick. I was always working construction. Like, I'd rather be more poor and go see cool shit. And right now I'm doing pretty broke and drinking too expensively. You can drink cheap in this city, and I haven't been. This is the perfect spot to host a pregame because I live by so many bars and stuff. So I need to get more drunk here and then be like, I'm good, I'm rolling. But patience is not my virtue, and I'm also too giving. Buying other people drinks, going on dates and paying for stuff, old-fashioned style, exhausting, boys. Don't know how you do it. I'm working like 3 jobs right now, and I am losing money all the time. But that's on me, and I shouldn't go out every night of the week, and I definitely do so much. So, time to be a broke bitch again. I need to enter broke bitch mode, safety shell. I'm feeling a little too on top of the world, but I get paid tomorrow, so I'll be like less freaking out. But bi-weekly pay is not what I'm used to, and I need to get better at budgeting. Life tips. Being 23, which I can only cling to for a little bit as my excuse, it's about time to figuring stuff out, you know what I mean? Making art, chasing dreams, I'm here doing that. That's why it's been so long since I've seen you, but it's so good to see you again. And I plan on doing probably at least 12 more of these this year, featuring guests such as my buddies, a rat from the streets of Chicago, maybe other comedians. That's really the goal of this, is to hang out with other comics. So you guys are gonna see a lot more of me, hopefully other people, and I'll actually like start interviewing, and I feel like other people bring out the best in me in any situation. So I would love to have that happen and have you guys join us, and even if we stay small, this is mostly for me and my dreams and aspirations, and I'm only gonna get better at this, so I'm sorry that you guys are with me in my cringe phase, but I should have got it out when I was 16, but I was too much of a puss, What are you gonna do? But I I shan't let fear stop me from living my life anymore, and neither should you. Love yourself, sleep, drink water, pet cats, pet dogs. Birds are cool even. There's so many pets out here. I might get a snake. If I'm realistically getting a pet, probably going to be a ball python. Never thought they were cute until I went to college and my roommate had one, and straight up a snake is adorable. That thing was so cute. She would yawn. You'd be like, oh. She'd like, you play video games, you'd wear it as a necklace or a hair tie or a bracelet. She just wanted to be on you. So cute. Give you a little kiss on the snoot with her little forked tongue. Love snakes. I do have cactus and a big leaf plant that I can't remember the name of, even though I ask her every time I see her. My friends are cool, and I like them. And set, gonna look different. Like, probably a couple of times before I figure it out. These chairs aren't the comfiest, but I'll probably do 2 chair setup, and then I'll figure out a better medium for mics, but that might be a little inside baseball for this. I hope the audio quality is cool. You guys like it. But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for just jacking around. And I'll see you guys in the future. More than now. I just wanted to give a little update. Check in. Drop a comment. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be that guy now. But what was your favorite memory of 2023? How are you doing? Just type in the comments how you're doing. If you just gotta say fine, whatever. If you gotta say good, cool. If you gotta say, drop a whole sob story, I'm here for you. I'm listening. Okay? But again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for just jacking around. I'll see you guys next time.